with showers within the classroom, a modified kitchen with sinks, microwave, refrigerator, and a washer and dryer. And these are essential part of the students' programs as far as daily life skills and developing skills for the students. So we've gone from one end to very state-of-the-art classrooms at Ohlone. In addition, in building an occupational therapy room as we rebuild each school site, we're transporting less students because we were transporting students to hubs within the district. And now as we build our new schools and we put in OT rooms, we keep the students at the sites, which makes it much more cost effective, reduces busing costs, and it also reduces the time students are out of the classroom, because when you have to bus them to a hub, they're out of the classroom anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. In addition to this, we're very competitive with our non-public schools. There are schools called non-public schools which house special ed students, and parents are always comparing our district programs to the non-public schools. And now with the state-of-the-art classrooms we're very competitive with the non-public schools. At Ohlone alone, we have brought back 2 students from the non-public schools to our classrooms at Ohlone at a cost savings of approximately $70,000 per student. $70,000 runs anywhere between $60,000 to $100,000 to place a severely handicapped student in a non-public school with appropriate services per year, in addition to busing costs, especially if we have to go outside the school district to find a placement.
Mr. Collins, what is the cost to educate that child within the district? Because while we're saving the $70,000, we're still incurring costs of educating.
Within the district, a severely handicapped class with 1 teacher, 2 aides, and the cost of busing is approximately about $200,000 to $225,000. With 12 students in the classroom to educate a student is around $16,000 to $20,000, and that includes OT and speech. So when you go to a non-public school, you pay for the basic services, then you have to add all the add-ons. OT is additional, PT is additional, speech therapy is additional, and transportation is additional. So that's why the cost is so exorbitant when we go outside the district. We currently have approximately 81 students in non-public schools compared to about 7-8 years ago when we had close to probably 150 to 160 students, compared to 12 years ago when we had about 225 students outside the district. So with the building of the new schools and the new facilities and the ability to develop new programs in the new facilities, we've been able to reduce our non-public school costs quite a bit.
That's been one of the real successes here. That's all general fund money that we're talking about.
Correct. Absolutely. Well, we're funded by the state and the feds, but as you know, special ed is underfunded. The federal government promises 40% funding, and we're getting 12% funding for special ed from the federal government. And what we receive from the state is not enough to provide services to all the students we have to provide services to. At De Anza, we have 4 severely handicapped classes. We're serving 48 students in those 4 classes, and those 4 classes have been clustered together. Previously, in the old building, they were in the old wing of the school, and they were pretty well separated. Now they're in state-of-the-art facilities where they can team teach. The 4 classes are built in a circle where you can move from classroom to classroom, and the teachers do a tremendous amount of team teaching and collaboration. They've also put in a garden, and each one of the classrooms have kitchen facilities and bathroom facilities for the voc ed programs and career awareness we need to provide for them. Also at De Anza, we have a TEP classroom, which is one of our behavioral classes. In the past, behavioral students we sent out of the district, usually to either Lahain or one of the other surrounding schools, because we didn't have the facilities to contain the behaviors of the students. And at De Anza, we have a TEP class, which is very, very successful. He does a phenomenal job of modifying the students' behavior and then moving them back into the general ed classrooms at the end. And that's why it's called TEP. It's called Transitional Educational Programming, because our goal is to modify their behavior and get them back into the mainstream. We also have 3 RSP classes. They're resource specialists, and 3 non-severely handicapped or special day classes, which the 6 teachers are sharing classrooms and teaching collaboratively. And what we've done at De Anza, you would not know the difference between a resource student and a special day class student, because they're all pushed out into the general ed classrooms. And what we do by collaborative model is the special ed teachers are co-teaching with the general ed teachers 2 periods a day. They do 2 periods of tutorial for both special ed and general ed students, because we can legally do that now under IDEA 2004. And then they have 1 period of collaboration where they work in the gen ed classrooms with their students. And it's a state-of-the-art program. The new facilities have drawn our parents of the severely handicapped to De Anza. We fill those 4 classes by May of each year, and by the fall, parents are asking to get in. But our class sizes are maxes, and as a student leaves, there's a student who wants to be in there immediately afterwards. We also have new speech rooms and psychology rooms at both Bologna and De Anza. And moving on to Fairmont, as we're planning for Fairmont, Fairmont is one of our hubs for full inclusion. I've gone over designs with the architects. The plan currently at Fairmont, we have a primary and intermediate severely handicapped classroom. We have an SH full inclusion program with 14 students fully included. We also have a preschool iChat. An iChat is assistive technology. These are preschoolers 3 to 5 years old who require assistive technology to communicate. And we also have a full inclusion iChat program for K-6. We have a small little OT area, and there's a small speech room and a psychology room. The plan is to build a state-of-the-art primary severely handicapped classroom and intermediate severely handicapped classroom at Fairmont. The plan is to build a learning center and also a resource center which will house both the full inclusion specialists and our assistive technology specialists, so they can integrate the students in that facility and also push them out. And there will also be an iChat preschool classroom built at that facility, and we plan, once the facility is built, to double the number of students that for the iChat program, because we currently have maxed out the iChat program at Fairmont, and we're in desperate need to expand that program out. They're also going to build an occupational therapy room, which we really don't have at Fairmont right now. And with the number of special ed students at Fairmont, there's approximately about 50 to 60 severely handicapped students. The majority of them have OT on their IEP. So the addition of the occupational therapy room will be a huge advantage to the school site. And of course, they'll build a new speech. We're going to need 2 speech rooms there, and we're also going to build a psych room. So that's basically an update of where we are at this point.
Mr. Collins, I commend you on some of the innovative programs that